Come on, man. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. Picasso, featuring Calico. Islam family. Welcome back. Welcome to another edition of Moorish World TV. I'm gonna calm my voice down a little bit. And the reason why I'm gonna calm my voice down a little bit, because as I'm coming in the chat, right? As I'm coming in, I see my good brother post something like, man, I hope this is a good show. Tonight without all the folly and nonsense. If you want to play something, play that Kendrick. To leave I kill Bang. Brother, let me tell you something. Never ever have I thought my show was about folly and nonsense. Brother, what I will do is explain something real quick. What I do on Moorish World TV, I do something that has not been done before. What I try to do is I try to challenge the status quo from a temple Moor perspective. And that's a quote. Temple Moor. That's what they call Moors that go to the temple. See, at one time, temple Moors didn't have a voice. At one time, they thought temple Moors was the conservative, tight type of guy. Tight behind type of guy. All stiff. Man, we got to address this. The temple Moors say, well, no, the prophet handled everything. Why we got to answer that? You know, for years and years and years and years, we have had brothers as well as sisters to push a doctrine that was not consistent with the teachings of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Yet, that doctrine is the doctrine that gains steam and momentum. That doctrine, before Moorish World TV, was hailed as the Moorish doctrine. You know what I'm talking about. So now we got other people coming with a doctrine that's not consistent with the doctrine of Prophet Noble Drew Ali, and it must be addressed. You know what I mean? So what I do on Moorish World TV, it ain't about folly. It ain't about going back and forth with people. My thing is this. Either you support Noble Drew Ali and the Moorish Science Temple of America, whether you have a temple in your state or not, or you don't. No need to cry. No need to complain. No need to talk about what's going on in the temple. If you're not the one that's going to fix it, what are you crying about? That's my point. That's my point. That's what Moorish World TV is dedicated to. Moorish World TV is dedicated to trying to give another perspective on the teachings of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali that opposes what's been taught outside of the temple. It is what it is. You know what I mean? So I don't come on here for folly. Man, let me tell you something. We say something all the time. You could be somewhere else. You could be somewhere else doing something else. You know what I mean? But you chose to be here, and I choose to be here. And so what I do, my brother, is I simply address the things that needs to be addressed. See, a lot of this folly is outside of this. And that folly is what has taken steam. And I mean, what has taken, you know what I mean? It's taken hold of our people. And people thinking it's more science. When in reality, it's not more science. Let's talk about this for a minute, family. First of all, we have a lot of people that come into this chat that I know, that I grew up with, that know me from back in the day. You know, we have a lot of people that don't know me, but they don't know much about Moorish science. So I must address the foolishness. Who else going to address it? Who else? Who else going to address it? I must address the foolishness, because the foolishness is the thing that has taken hold of our people. Case in point, I was on the phone today with a brother. Shout out to my brother, and I won't say no names. And it was right before the show. And we went back and forth talking about proclaiming his nationality and being recognized. So the brother make a statement. He said, most temple Moors are not recognized by the municipalities. I said, well, brother, how do you know that? He said, I just know. I said, no. How do you know? You know? I said, how do you know? He said, I just know. I said, brother, you don't know. You're going by what you heard. He said, well, you go to Chicago? I said, yeah, I go there every year. He said, is that division in Chicago? I said, nah, but I said, if you want to call it division, but there is quite a few conventions going on. I said, but I go to every convention. Shout out to the Supreme Grand Chief, Brother Ken Bay, Tyrone Bay on Facebook. I stopped by, holler at that brother when I'm in Chicago. That brother put the vanguards around me when I'm in Chicago. Shout out to our grandbody, Bailey Hill, D. Bailey Hill, Supreme Grand Chief D. Bailey Hill. Shout out to Grand Sheik and Chairman of the Moorish Temple of America Incorporated, R. Jones Bay. You know, shout out to Braswell Bay. Went to his convention. So the thing was, I said to the brother, the only disunity is that you didn't go. Why didn't you go? See, we crying about unity, but where were you? He said, I'm a uniter. I said, no, you're a talker. Because see, you can talk, but uniting is taking the initiative. Taking the initiative and showing unity in everything you do. That's unity to me. That's unity to me. I don't know about nobody else. For example, y'all been following the movement. Me and my brother, no matter if we disagree or not, me and my brother Grimion L. Me and his brother have a difference of approach. Too much fun. But sometimes the show is good. There times it's too much folly and clowning. Well, brother, that's the show that you got to turn off. You know what I mean? And that's the show you got to turn off. However, like, for example, unity is when a brother like Grimion L give me a call and send me a text and say, brother, we need to talk. And I didn't get back to the brother yet because I've been kind of busy. But nevertheless, that's unity. When I say, well, brother, let's talk. I haven't talked to the brother yet, but that's unity. Unity is not talking about something. And so what this brother is talking about folly, these things need to be said. Brother, and if you cannot digest me addressing it, that day you need to watch Sinetta. That day you need to watch somebody else, Eamon Ross Squad. When I address it and I make a clown out of some of this foolishness or make light of some of this foolishness, see, that day, that's when you go and watch my man, shout out to Kevin Gill. You know, you gotta watch him. Because I'm a happy boy. I'm a happy guy. I'm gonna make light of some things. That's just what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make light of some things because it ain't that serious. It ain't that serious for me. You know what I mean? So we said we got my brother Arnell Bates. I won't be staying online long, but if you can put up the donation link, I would like to donate again. See what I'm talking about? That's what we talk. That's unity, man. That's unity, man. See what I'm saying? See, but I'm still going to address it, brother. That's unity, man. You know what I mean? I will bang. Let me tell you, we will bang back and forth. But if you tell me you're ready for peace, I'm ready for peace. That's how they do it in Baltimore. That's how they do it. I seen a girl the other day. It's a sister. She did it the other day. For real, she was like, this the part to kill. Akil might don't like this part because this the clowning part. Stop your screen for a minute, Akil, because this is how she did. Let me tell you something. Y'all not going to be around here selling that in front of my house. Straight like that. So I got that from Brown Way. Akil. All right, Akil, come back in. Anyway. Okay. Yeah, Akil, but you got to turn from that day, brother. We're going to get this work done. It's regardless. We're going to get this work done, brother. It's always going to be, see, Brother Talib Akil, brother, you have to understand that the Holy Quran of Mecca prophesies, it says that we have created you into nations and tribes that you may strive amongst one another. You know what I mean? Against one another, some would say. You know what I mean? There's always going to be this. That brings out the best in us, you know. But long as you know and I know that what I'm doing is not of malicious intent. My intent is pure. My thoughts are pure as it relates to doing the mission that we've been called to do. But let's just get to the show. Today's show, family, is enough with the fantasy. Before we get to the show, first and foremost, I rise, giving praise to the great God of the universe, Allah. I give honor to his noble, illustrious prophet, Prophet Noble Drew Ali. I give honor to all of y'all that are in the chat, for all of y'all that will watch this off the chat. For all of y'all, shout out to my brother Talib Akil Bey. Talib Akil Bey, I'm just me, brother. I love you, brother. I don't have no malicious intent in my heart. I'm telling you, even when I go at brothers, man, I don't have no malicious intent, man. I just want to stand on the prophet square, man. Peace and love, family. I just love to do this work. So listen, today's show, I'm going to try to get my brother in. I'm going to try to get my brother in, but today's show is going to be a real, I just hope a lot of our Christian brothers and sisters will come in so we can touch on the topic just a little bit. 3645. You know, anybody can call in if you want to. I'm waiting on my brother, Sheik 7 to come in. So let me see where he at. Where he at? So I'm waiting on Sheik 7 to come in. But I want to touch on a few things. Do we realize that it's 2017 first and foremost? Do we really realize that it's 2017 and we still have people believing in this thing we call Easter? Somebody might say, well, it's Easter. My thing is this. We have the power of information in the palm of our hand. Right here. We have the power of information in the palm of our hand. And for sure, matter of fact, I'm about to text 7. The link, see, this is the power of information. It is in your inbox. So we have the power of information in our hand, right? And with the power of information in our hand, we are able to discover something as it relates to are we following or have we followed the truth or not. It's just that simple. You know what I mean? It's just that simple. What that brother say again? It's 2017 and the Moorish National Divine Movement as divided as ever. We're not divided, brother. Long as you united, we united. Stop that. Stop that. As long as you are united, we are united. When you see division, you have manifested division. Brother Talik Akil, come on, brother. Come on, brother. When you united, we're united. That's why I can go to any grand body on the face of the Moorish paradigm and be accepted. I can go to any grand body and be accepted. The uniting starts with you, Talib. It don't start with everybody else. It starts with you. The more you say that we're not united, the more that you manifest that. Thought is the cause of it all. The uniting starts with you. Back to the point. It is 2017. And as fast as we can click a mouse, we can discover whether we have been misled or not. Period, point blank. And if you have a problem with that, let's just see real quick. Let's just see real quick. I'm going to screenshot right quick, and I'm going to show you something real quick. I want y'all to work with me. I'm doing this in real time. I'm doing this in real time. I'm going to show you in real time how we are going to bing. I'm going to go right there to the Facebook, and then I'm going to go to work with me. Bing. All right, hold up. Here we go. We're going to go to Google first. Let's go to Google. And the first thing we're going to look at is this. I'm giving an example right now. This all I'm trying to do is give an example of what we're doing here. So we're going to go to Google. Let me share this real quick. And this is how simple it is. As quick as we want to know, have we been misled, let's look at, maybe you wouldn't know what the Nicene Council is. But let's say the founding, here we go. The founding, I'm just throwing in anything random, of Christianity. Let's just look up that real quick. Okay. Let's just go, and this is Wikipedia. They think people cry about Wikipedia, but we're just doing this for the sake of the conversation. Okay. We're going to go to, let's just read from the top. Let's just take it from the top. A depiction of Jesus appearing to his apostles after his resurrection. Early Christianity and early rabbinical Judaism was significantly influenced by the Hellenistic religion and Hellenistic philosophy. Christianity in particular inherited many features from Greco-Roman paganism. Stop right there. Now this is just a start for your journey. What Greek or Roman person is descendant of Africa in regards or relation to this comment right now? Christianity in particular inherited many features of Greco-Roman paganism and its structure, its terminology, its cult, and its theology. Stop. Wait a minute, family. That was just a quick search for Wikipedia. No, I'm not saying Wikipedia is the measuring stick. What I'm saying is that just a quick search can show you whether you've been following the right thing. So we read in the Bible, as well as the Holy Quran and the Moorish Science Temple of America, the questionnaire of the Moorish Science Temple of America, honor thy mother and thy father, that thy days may be long upon the earth. So when we go to the Greco-Roman paganism, are we really honoring our mother and father, our ancestors? Because, okay, I'm looking at Lex Vortex. Lex Vortex said, and where did Greco-Roman paganism get it from? Egypt. But Vortex, that's not the point. The point is that we're not getting it from Egypt. That's the point. We're not getting it from Egypt. So, okay, the Greco-Roman got it from Egypt, but we're not getting it from Egypt. So that point is a moot point. That point doesn't make sense. If they got it from there and then they just switched it and flipped it and hooked it up. You understand? So what the point am I making? That we have been misled. Enough with the fantasy. What is Easter all about? I was riding through Baltimore today, and I'm telling you, they had on the Easter outfits. I'm telling you that the church got paid today, and rightfully so. I don't knock the hustle. Okay, the brother said, if you're going to reference it, then reference from a melanated standpoint. I'm not referencing from a melanated standpoint due to the fact of the matter, because it's not a melanated issue. It's not a melanated issue. Christianity is not a melanated issue. Why would I reference something from a melanated standpoint if Christianity is not a melanated issue? It's not Christianity is Christianity. Has nothing to do with us. Nothing. I'm talking about the Greco-Roman Christianity. Let's go one more time, because I'm getting to a point. The point is that our people are following things that are unbeneficial. So one of the questions I ask myself, what is the spiritual value of Easter? That's one of the questions. What is the spiritual value of Easter? What is it? Does anybody know the spiritual value of Easter? That is important. Like, why do we celebrate these things? Why? See, we got to get to the root of it. First of all, we're dealing with a time period where Europeans were using an Asiatic system, spiritual system, to conquer their own people. And when they used the Asiatic spiritual system to conquer their own people, they hooked up their paganistic beliefs with it. They hooked up their paganistic beliefs with it. And now, okay, Lex Vortex. Let me pause for Lex real quick. Talk, you have on the Marcus Garvey shirt, who was a Christian, but saying Christianity have nothing to do with us. Lex Vortex, understand the science. But Marcus Garvey was a Christian by name, but not a Christian by principle. He was a Christian by name, by title, but not by principle. Now, let me tell you this. It says in the Holy Quran of Mecca that even Ali, before the coming of the prophet, he served the law through Christianity. Now, break that down. Break that down. Now, break that down. It says Ali served the law through the form of Christianity. Now, so Marcus Garvey was a Christian in title alone, but not by principle. Have you read this? Have you read this? Not by principle, brother. Come on now. Not by principle. Have you read this? Have you read this? Stop playing. And multiple other Marcus Garvey. Brother, let me tell you something. I got Marcus Garvey quotes in alphabetical order. None of it represents a Christian ideology. None of it represents a Christian ideology, brother. None. See, he said he was a Christian because that's all he knew. But his principles was universal. His principles was Islamism. Prophet Noble Ali says, some of my greatest Moors are in the church. You know what that means? That means that they can practice Islamism but still hold the title of a Christian if they don't know no better. If they don't know no better. If you knew better, you do better. Come on now. Come on, man. Don't make our ancestor folly. Come on, man. You got to stop playing, man. You got to stop playing, Lex. Because you're starting to act like them people. If you don't understand the wisdom that Marcus Garvey brought and taught the people. Matter of fact, that's what I do. I'm so confident that Marcus Garvey was sharp. I'm not going to answer the phone yet. I'm so confident that Marcus Garvey, ideal, was not Christian. I'm going to crack the book open. We used to say in the Moorish Science Temple of America that we could throw the book up. And break down anything. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to say, okay, this is starting but the case. So let me start again. This is not a Christian philosophy. Page number 7. Let's read what it says. Who thinks of the poor, but the poor. The rich and the self-satisfied are too busy engaged in the enjoyments of their own pleasures and the patronage of their own class to halt to any great extent to give the underdogs of human society a thought that will help them rise above their condition. The missionary work that is being done to uplift the unfortunate to the height of a new social order is surrounded with hypocrisy and professionalism. Hence, its usefulness is not seen or felt amongst those who needs to be served. Meaning this, that those who claim to be doing the work, they are so stiff, they are so intelligent, they are so wise that the people that need the help do not feel that they're being helped. That is not a Christian doctrine. And I just opened the book up. You know what I'm saying? So Lex Vortex trying to get his name up, but you ain't gonna get your name up like that, brother, because this is a united front, brother. We know Marcus Garvey was a Christian by title and title alone, unless you haven't studied Marcus Garvey. You know what I mean? Unless you haven't studied Marcus Garvey. Anyway, the point of the matter is that in 2017, how is that not a Christian? For us, it's not. It's not. Because the Christian philosophy was subjecting people. Just like if you go to Catholic charities, you think they really want to wake you up? They don't want to wake you up. They want to pull you in and rock you more to sleep. Stop playing, my brother. My brother, you trying to get a name for yourself. You ain't gonna do it on this platform. You gotta go somewhere else with that. Sinetta will shout you out. Go ahead, Lex. Sinetta gonna shout you out. I ain't gonna shout you out no more. I'm gonna keep it moving. You know what I mean? I love you, Lex Vortex, but you can't get that here, brother. I mean, you try to make our ancestor, a passive snot nose, go for anything type of brother. You got to be kidding me. Anyway, the point of the matter is that I'm not banging on Christianity. The point of the matter is that it's 2017 and our people continue to follow merely custom and ideals of man. We go to church and we if we in the temple or we don't have a temple, we still practice these things. We go buy the children the Easter outfit. We go buy the bags, you know. We go buy the bags with the candy. We put it up in the thing, and the children think it's fun. They having a wonderful time. They don't know no better. But exactly what is Christianity and what is Easter? Do Easter really have something to do with Jesus? That's the point that I'm trying to make. The point that I'm trying to make. Okay, let me see. Islam. No, I'm just making a point that maybe Christianity is based off more science, not the other way around. Oh, man, let me tell you something. Christianity is definitely hooked up, but I'm not banging on Christianity. That's not the point I'm making. Nah, stop. Hey. I'm not banging on Christianity. I'm not doing that. That's not what I'm doing. What I'm saying is that in 2017, with all the information at our disposal, that we still believe that Easter has something to do with the resurrection of Jesus. Not so. We need to understand what the true meaning of Easter is. Not so. It doesn't. See, you're mixing two things up. When I say it comes from the Rome, I'm talking about what you practice today. What you practice today is European in origin. Period, point blank. Matter of fact, let's do this real quick. I'm gonna do a sidebar on this lesson real quick. Let me do a sidebar on this lesson. Let me show you something. Let me show y'all something. I want y'all to pay attention real quick. And I'm gonna get the first thing. I'm gonna get the first thing that came up. All right. Here we go. All right. So family, the Christianity that I'm talking about, y'all can keep talking about Coptic this and Coptic that all you want, but what I'm talking about is this. This is what people are following today. Right here. Let's read this. The first The first council of Nicaea, Greek. I wish I could blow it up a little more, but this guys have to go like this. The first council of Nicaea, Greek, was a council of Christian bishops convened in Bithynia, the city of Nicaea, that's in Turkey, by the Roman Emperor Constantine I in AD 325. Listen, family, Constantine I organized the council along the lines of the Roman Senate and presided over it, but did not cast any official vote. This council was the first, okay, to attain census of the church through an assembly representing Christendom. Here we go. Its main accomplishment, now you can look it up yourself. I'm trying to breeze through it because it's a sidebar. Its main accomplishment was settlement of Christological issue of divine nature of the God, the Son, of the God, the Son, and his relationship to God, the Father. The construction of the first part of the Nicene Creed establishing uniform observance of the date of Easter. This was created by Europeans, and the proclamation of early canon law. So all those Christians that say they're not Catholic, that's who created this. It said the first, let me go down. I want y'all to check this out because I'm not going to give it all to you, but I'm going to tell you something. Let me just give y'all a hint. I'm not going to give it all to you. Let me give y'all a hint. The thing is this, and I'm not banging on Christianity. The thing is this, Christianity was hooked up. Christianity was hooked up by Europeans to control their people in the beginning. Christianity was hooked up to control their people in the beginning. Period, point blank. Period. Yes, it doesn't, no. Christianity that people follow today, but let me forget that. Let me get to the point. In 2017, why do we not enlighten our people that Easter has nothing to do with Jesus? Nothing. Let's go for it. Let's go for it real quick. I'm gonna do this real quick, family. Real quick. Easter has nothing to do with Jesus. Nothing whatsoever. And Easter has everything to do with this right here, the equinox. That's it. Easter has everything to do with that. And Easter is a pagan term. It's simply the equinox. On the equinox, the sun shines directly on the equator, and the length of day and night is nearly equal, but not quite. The March equinox marks the moment the sun crosses the celestial equator, the imaginary line in the sky above the Earth's equator, from south to north and vice versa in September, and that's when it becomes fall. However, Shem El Nassim, translated from Arabic as smelling the breeze, is celebrated every year on Monday after Eastern Orthodox Easter. Although its date is determined by a Christian as a holy day, the spring celebration goes back to 4,500 years, to the time of the pharaohs when it was called Shamo, or renewal of life, in reference to the beginning of the agricultural growing season. Nothing to do with Jesus. Nothing. People hooked it up. They hooked it up. Now, if it has anything to do with Jesus, then what we need to do is to go in the Bible and find out where it had its beginnings. And it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist in the Bible because it was never practiced by anybody who followed Jesus until the Europeans hooked it up. And they hooked it up because we still follow it hook, line, and sinker. That's right. Okay, Firestorm say, who are the Jews? There were no one called Jews when Christ walked the earth. J is a new letter. Right and exact, Firestorm. Right and exact. They hooked that up too. They hooked it up. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So, Lex Vortex say Islam has nothing to do with Jesus either. Lex, I'm gonna give you some attention, my brother. I'm gonna give you some attention, my brother. Let me give you some attention. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna give you some attention real quick. Okay. There we go. Let me give you some attention real quick, because this information is at our fingertips. Okay. This is for you. You say Islam has nothing to do with Jesus either. Brother, get a Quran. Please go get yourself a Quran and go to Surah 287. We gave Jesus, son of Mary, clear signs and strengthened him with the Holy Spirit. Verse 2, 136. We believe in the law and the revelation given to us and to Abraham, Ishmael, Isaac, Jacob, and the tribes that given to Moses, and who? Jesus. Come on, Vortex. You in the wrong chat, brother. Come on, brother. We trying to go all the way up. We trying to go all the way up. And that was given to all the prophets from their Lord. Make no difference between one and another of them, which mean all prophets are the same with the same messages, but they may just come in different languages. Period, point blank. But the message is still the same. Brother Lex Vortex, you got to stop this, brother. This is not a challenge, brother. What we're trying to do is teach people to understand that we're in 2017 and we need to let this fantasy stuff go. That's all we're trying to do. I'm not challenging Christianity. I'm just saying that it's not Lex, man, come on, Lex. I'm about to block you, Lex. Come on, man. You gone, man. You gone, man. I'm blocking this guy, man. He's an antagonist, brother. I'm not going to sit up here and argue with this guy. I could care less, man. You know what I mean? Anyway, he's an antagonist, man, because that's not the point. He's saying Jesus was not a prophet. You know what I mean? He just want to go back and forth, brother. Let me tell you something. Man, we're not going to do that. Anyway, the intent of the show is to say, in 2017, should we be getting out all mixed up, getting our mind all mixed up every time a holiday comes, which they call a holiday? You know what I mean? Should we be teaching our children what I mean about bunny rabbits and 239 3645? Should we be teaching our children about bunny rabbits, resurrection of the sun, which it is the resurrection of the sun, the real sun, because that's what the equinox is all about. You know what I'm saying? That's what the equinox is all about. The equinox is all about the sun is on half part of the earth and it's time to grow some food. So they would have a celebration, they would have a festival, but it has nothing to do. People know that our ancestor Jesus wasn't born on December 25th. Going to hook up his death and burial right on the equinox. Right on the equinox. Man, they hooked that thing up. Let this thing go is the point of the show. That we are too intelligent to fall for the banana in the tailpipe. Intelligent to fall for the banana in the tailpipe. Let's move on real quick. So, point of the matter is, we're going to go here now. Things with you, family. Y'all gonna have to do the research. I ain't gonna do no research for you. I'm sharing stuff with you. Here, Easter. Easter is a pagan festival. If Easter isn't really about Jesus, then what is it about? Today we see secular culture celebrating the spring equinox. Whilst religious culture celebrates the resurrection. We'll start saying they hooked it up. They hooked it up. Wasn't about that. However, early Christianity, a pragmatic acceptance of ancient pagan practices, most of which enjoy today at Easter. The general symbolic story of the death of the Son on the cross, of the Southern Cross, and his rebirth. That's the equinox. Overcoming the power of darkness was a well-worn story in the ancient world. There were plenty of parallels, rival resurrected saviors too. Take some notes, read up on it. The Sumerian goddess, Inanna, or Ishtar, was hung naked on a stake and was subsequently resurrected and ascended from the underworld. All those that believe in the story, fine and dandy. It didn't happen on the equinox. If it did happen, they hooked it up. The equinox. And there was other stories like this in all parts of history, ancient history. One of the oldest, one of the oldest resurrection myths is Egyptian Horus, born on 25th December. Everybody say, I'm just giving y'all direction to go look this stuff up. Horus and his damaged eye became symbols of life and rebirth, resurrection out of Egypt. So when the brother say, where did they get it from out of Egypt? If he just be quiet, he would have seen where I was going with it. Mithras was born on what we now call Christmas Day. These stories are ancient. And his followers celebrated the spring equinox. Even late as the 4th century AD, the Sol Invictus associated with Mithras was the last great pagan cult the church had to overcome. They hooked it up. They bring all that in with it. They hooked it up. So the thing is, in 2017, that we need to know a little better. So what do we do? What do we do in 2017? Because I truly believe you can't let something go without replacing it with something. But you have to replace it with something real. If you let go something fake, you have to replace it with something real. Or you're just going to grab something else that's fake. It is what it is. It is what it is. So a lot of people would say, well, all right, Brother Talker, baby, we get you. Now what? Now what, Brother Talker, baby? Now what? I'm telling you that we definitely was visited by a prophet and a prophet and a prophet indeed. Prophet Noble Drew Ali. I'm telling you that we need to understand that we was visited by a prophet of God, and he came with a plan. Do I think everybody know the plan? No. I don't think everybody know the plan. Do I know the plan? I think I do. And I want to share it with you. I think I know the plan. I could be wrong, but I will share it with you. Without a doubt, let me pull up something real quick. I'm going to pull up, if I can find it. I think I got it here. I'm looking up the Holy Quran of the Moorish Science Temple of America. I thought I had it here, but if not, I'm going to look it up online. And then I want to go to chapter 48. You know what I mean? And I want to show y'all something. Because we just want to learn something real quick, family. I ain't gonna keep you long. I ain't gonna keep Pastor Rev Chick-fil say, I ain't gonna keep you long. I ain't keep you long. So I'm just gonna pull it up real quick. And this chapter here is the chapter that we should all be concerned with. We should all be concerned with our liberation. We should all be concerned with our liberation. Period, point blank. Bunnies and rabbit ears have nothing to do with that. I just showed you in reference how they hooked it up. They definitely hooked it up. So the Prophet Noble Drew Ali comes and he says this. Let me screenshot it real quick. Prophet Noble Drew Ali comes and he says this. I got you. Now I just pulled this up offline. It says, we as a clean and pure nation, descendants from the inhabitants of Africa, do not desire to amalgamate or marry into the pale-skinned nation of Europe, neither serve the gods of their religion. Do we know what he's talking about when he's talking about the gods of their religion? The gods of their religion is about to move on a moment's notice when they say, oh, it's Easter. We got to go get outfit. Oh, we got to go to church. Some people don't go to church all year long, but Easter coming, they going to church. Programmed. And I'm not knocking saying don't go to church. That's not what I'm saying. But we in the Moorish Science Temple of America, the prophet teaches us, need to serve the gods of their religion. Why? Because our forefathers are the true and divine founders of the first religious creed for the redemption and salvation of mankind on earth. Why would I follow someone else when our forefathers were the founders of the first religious creed? Meaning that our forefathers studied the sciences of the universe. Our forefathers studied the nature of the universe, the nature of the stars, the nature of a plant, the nature of an animal. They studied all that. And then they came up with the reality that there was something greater beyond the senses of the eyes, and touch, and taste, and smell. There was something beyond the five senses. Our prophet saying that our forefathers discovered this. They founded this. So why would I take something from a European that he has hooked up and continue to follow it in 2017? At 2017. So the brother, my brother Richard said that our ancestors at some point believed many things. There were a God, the sun at one point, a tree the next, and so on. Realized that it was, of course, a prophet came to straighten them out. Well, even so, brother, check this out, though. How about if I told you that our forefathers understood that God exists in everything, and the European took that understanding and twisted it and made people believe that our people worship the sun, that they worship the tree, that they worship the rock. But our people acknowledged that God was in everything. Read in the Holy Quran in the Moorish Science Temple of America that all cords are bound by cords to every other living thing. And when you harm one living thing, you shake the throne of Allah. So we can't let them keep hooking it up. Now, what a prophet comes to do is to come to clarify and put it in perspective when our people get off track. You know, when our people get off track, a prophet puts it in perspective. You know what I'm saying? A prophet straightens it out. But in the beginning, our people just acknowledge that God is in everything. That God is even in this wall behind me. because the potencies of a law is in every living thing. Everything is everything. So above, so below. And everything has a power within its own ether plane. That means, in common language, that everything has a power according to its will. So the dog has God in it, but it's designed or created to do what dogs do within its will, within its capacity. A human being has the God in him and able to do the things that it's able to do. But one thing about the human being, Prophet Noble Drew Ali says that the human seed that was thrown into the plane of soul, into the soil of soul, had every, not some, every potential of a law. Let me go to the chapter for you. Let me get that to you. We're going to get to it. We're going to get to it. We're saying that the human seed, I'm going to go to chapter 1 on you. That's what I'm going to do. Now, you don't have to believe this, but I want you to believe it because this is where your power is at. This is where your power is at. Your power, this is where your power lies, family. You know what I mean? This is where your power lies. Okay, I'm going to hook you up. I ain't gonna hook you up like them Europeans hook you up. I'm gonna hook you up like a brother hook you up. So it says now, so spirit man as the seed of a law held deep. Hold up. Let's start. The thoughts of a law, we're just talking about God here. The thoughts of a law are the everlasting past unto the never-ending days to come. And so is man, spirit man. The spirit man, which means we have always exist. As long as God exists, man has always exist, but we're talking about spirit man. It says so, spirit man as a seed of a law held deep within itself the attributes of every part of God, which means within you, you hold in you the attributes of every part of God. Every part. Don't limit yourself. Every part. Now, it says now, seeds are as perfect, yea, as perfect from the source from which they come, but they are not unfolded until life made manifest. What is that saying? That is only saying that we as human beings have the power, every essential power that God has. We have the power. We have every essential attribute of God within us. Why do we limit ourselves? Why do we let somebody say, okay. Why do we let somebody tell us that? Okay, today is Easter. What are the spiritual benefits? What I just told you just now, that you hold every part, every attribute of God in you, but it's not unfolded into life made manifest. You got to work on it. We got to work on it. We got to work on it. Let's go. Let me get back on it. What I'm telling you, this going in line with what I'm trying to talk about. We need to let go of the fantasy. We need to let go of the fantasy. Fantasy ain't getting us nowhere. You follow me? Fantasy ain't getting us nowhere. So here we go. Chapter 1. The child is as perfect as the mother is. Think about that for a minute. If the mother, that is the first teacher of the child, teach the child her ill ways, then we know what's going to happen with the child. So man, the seed must be deeply planted and the soil that it might grow. Unfold as does the bud unfold to show the flower. Here we go. The human seed that came forth from the heart of Allah. That means the most center point, the heart, because Allah ain't a physical being. Allah is the supreme deity, supreme being that some just call God. We in the Moorish Science Temple of America refer to God, the great God of the universe, as Allah. So from the heart is the most center point. But it says the human seed, the human spirit. Remember we talked about the spirit that came forth from the heart of Allah was foreordained to be the Lord of the plane of soul and the plane of things made manifest. Earth. We were supposed to hold it down. So Allah, the husbandman, a husbandman take care of something. So Allah, the husbandman of everything that is, threw forth this human seed into the soil of soul, it may grow apace. And man became a living soul. And he became the Lord of all the kingdom of soul. I'm going to stop right there. The thing is this. We need to get to the point where we understand our power. We have the power of every part of Allah in us. We have the power of every part of God, if you will. And we have the power to do greater than any other prophet has done. But first we must study the prophet work. First we must study the wise men works. And first we must humble ourselves and say that we don't know. And accept that we don't know so we can move on. Oh, somebody gonna get mad because I said we can do greater than the prophets. Absolutely. Are we there yet? We're not even close. We're not even close. The way that the world is, we're not even close. Man, we got some work to do, family. We got some work to do. But I just wanted to come in here this evening and just basically talk about, man, we need to let this fantasy go. Because today, I've seen so much foolishness as it relates to people, man. People then bought all these outfits, gave all these people with these little cheap raggedy stores their money. You know what I mean? Pastor and Reverend Chickenfoot now, they live high on the hog. They live high on the hog today. I'm telling you, Easter and Christmas to the pastor and to the preacher, I'm telling you, it's like Black Friday. It's like Black Friday to retail. They living high on the hog. They having a good time. It's time for us to wake up. You know, it's time for us to wake up and find out what we are here for. And we can exact the power of the Creator. We can exact the power of the Creator at any given moment. We can exact the power of the Creator. So family, I wanted to come in and just share that with you. We're gonna have a huge show coming real soon. We got a big one coming up. So let me see. Let's see if any questions. Muslim pray 5 times a day and still get snide. Wake up, my people. We have to stop being who we are. Our birthright as royalty. Firestorm, you on it, sister. You on it. You on it, sister. You know what I'm saying? Because the problem is this. Everybody praying and they ain't taking no action. Everybody praying, but they ain't doing nothing but praying. Come on, man. Come on, man. If Allah is the creator and we have every part of Allah in us, why aren't we doing the things that we know that Allah can do? This makes sense to me. If Allah say be and it is, why don't we try it? Why don't we try? If it says in the Holy Quran of Mecca that Allah just says be and it is, why don't we try? Well, that's a totally different time. The thing is this. The thing is this, is that this fantasy stuff, this Christmas stuff has nothing to do with Jesus. This Easter stuff has nothing to do with Jesus. When are we going to break the cycle? And I'm talking to those that roll with this stuff. When are we going to break the cycle? When are we going to be able to teach our brothers, our sisters, our family members that this is nothing? It doesn't represent us. Before we came in contact with a European, we knew nothing about this stuff. Nothing. We knew nothing about no white bunny and hiding colored eggs. A white bunny, colored eggs being hidden. I'm just saying. A white bunny and colored eggs in. I'm just saying, man. It is what it is. So my thing is, man, we need to stop the fantasy. Now, let me get into the closing remarks on this, what I'm talking about. Reason why we need to stop the fantasy is this. This is why, family. Baltimore, right? What we're going to do, we're going to take a block. We don't care if it's a D-boy block or not. We're going to take a block. We're going to take a block, and we're going to start off with the corner unit. Let me show y'all what we're going to do, family. Walk with me real quick. I'm going to show y'all what we're going to do. And I hope I can get your support, and I hope I can inspire you to do the same in your city, because this is what I'm doing. Like it or not, win, lose, or draw. So I'm just going to Google real quick, Baltimore City. That's all I'm going to do. And I want to share something with y'all. And then I'm going to tell you, I'm doing this in real time, family. While people playing games, we ain't playing games. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, my brother just sent me a proposal today on what we Baltimore City row homes. That's what I'm gonna do. About a plan so we can have our thing straight. Okay, so here we go, family. I'm gonna just pull up any random one. I would like to pull up a corner unit. It's fine. Let's just pull up this one. Okay. Let's just view the image right here. Okay, so here we go. This is Baltimore, right? And this is what type of houses they have in Baltimore. These are called row homes. These row homes in Baltimore, this is not a bad picture. But some of these row homes in Baltimore, from this block all the way down to the end of the block, are boarded up. It could have been the drug trade back 10, 15 years ago. It could have been a house fire here. Some of these blocks, they like, one is dotted here, one dotted there, one dotted there. Somebody living in the rest of it boarded up. Across the street is the same thing. So what I plan to do is, for all intents and purposes, is take something like this corner house, turn this corner house into a temple or something like that. Not sure. And from here, rent the rooms upstairs. Me and another brother are going to begin to buy up every single one of these with the help of the people. If we don't get the help, let me see. Boarded up. Let me see if I can get some of the pictures, because they're everywhere. Okay, here we go. Here we go. This is what some of the blocks look like, family. Here we go. Perfect. This is what some of the blocks look like. You see this? Some of the blocks look like. So we will take one corner and make it the temple, because we want a temple. We want another corner, we will put a little convenience store / grocery store, whatever the case may be. But this is what we're going to start. And we're going to build up one by one. These houses, you can get them for under $5,000. Me and the governor of the Grand Governor of Maryland, which in our grand body, we both do home improvement property management. So what we're going to do is take one at a time and build it up. He's going to move in one. I'm going to move in one. And we're going to fix them up one at a time. And we're going to move moors in each one of these. Also, my Mufti, Brother Williams Bay, he's going to move in one with his family. He has a baby and he has a young toddler, and his wife, they're moving too. to make something happen. And we're going to buy one at a time and fix them up. I already got the location that we're looking at. We already got the plans on the table. And we're going to live together. And what we're going to do once we live together, we're going to go from this point to the next block and the next block and the next block. Hey, I don't have a bad house. I'm going to tell you now, my house ain't bad. However, I'm going to rent my house out and I'm going to move into the Moorish village. That's what I'm going to do. That's where I'm at with it. It is what it is. I'm moving into Moorish village. We're going to live together. So the brother said, how many bedrooms in each house? Most of them is 3 bedrooms and a basement. You know what I mean? What's going on with the world? Does it? If you're in Philadelphia, New Jersey, please email me so we can build on economics. Absolutely. So that's what we're doing here in Baltimore. We are going to live together. Moors will live together by this time next year. I don't go against the force. I roll with it. Williams L, peace and love, family. Williams L, I think you from out of LV, right? I think we got something. We got business to talk about. But this is what we're going to do. We're going to try to duplicate this throughout throughout our Moorish diaspora. We're going to try to duplicate this in Texas. We're going to try to duplicate this in ATL. We're going to take a block and fix it up and invite Moors to move in. We're going to take a block and invite Moors to move in. And we're going to make it elegant. It's not going to be crappy and dirty. Nah. And we're going to take from one block to the next block to the next block until the Moors are living together. Then we're going to control the politics of the area. Control the politics of the area, which means we're going to put a Moor on a district council seat. Then we got access to the money. Yeah. Then we got access to the money. Sister said she need a garden. Man, I'm going to tell you what. The Europeans took this area called Fells Point here in Baltimore. They took this area down in Fells Point here in Baltimore. Man, Fells Point used to look just like what I just showed you. I'm going to show you what Fells Point look like now. This is how Fells Point used to look. All right. Now, I don't know what's going to come up. I'm freestyling this. This is how Fells Point used to look, some of the areas. Now, let me see if I can pull one up. Fells Point. Fells Point in Baltimore. Here we go. I'm going to show you what Fells Point look like in Baltimore now. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Fells Point, Baltimore row homes. Now, this is what Fells Point look like now. This is what Fells Point look like now. This is real talk. I'm not playing. This is what Fells Point look like now. Real talk. That's what Fells Point look like now. They refaced all these buildings. That's what it looked like. Europeans did this. Europeans did this. And I'm not playing. This is how Fells Point look. They bought up these little cheap homes. They went in, put their money up in it, and that's how they carried it. You know what I mean? That's how they doing it. It is what it is. What's stopping us? What's stopping us? What's stopping us? I'm not playing. This is real talk. I can show you another area where the so-called Jewish person did the same thing. They did the same thing. They did the same exact thing. And matter of fact, let me see if I can walk y'all through it before I get out of here. The Europeans did the same exact thing. You know what I mean? They took an area. I'm still on Fells Point. Let me show you some of these houses on Fells Point. I can, man, I'm telling you, This is a common row house in Baltimore. This in Fells Point right here. This is where they fixed it up at. You see that? This is where they fixed that up at. Now let me show you. Now let me show you real quick. Boarded row houses. They look just like that. They look just like that in Baltimore. And these houses are, I mean, they're dirt cheap. There we go. Same typical type of house. Same type of house. Here we go. You see what I'm saying? Same type of houses. If you get these houses less than $5,000, less than $5,000. These houses have 3 floors. You see? You can get these houses for less than $5,000. These X's on there mean you go in at your own risk. That means might be something falling on your head up in there. Don't enter up in there. These ones are even cheaper. Why can't we fix them up? Oh, but we are. Oh, but we are. Now, let me show y'all one more thing. Let me show y'all one more thing. So this is what we're doing in Baltimore. We working on it. You know, Fells Point. I'm gonna put Fells Point. Let me think of something. Fells Point, because I'm freestyling this. Fells Point, the Baltimore row home. I'm gonna put elegant. Let's just put that. Fells Point, elegant. Fells Point, elegant row home. I'm about to, okay. So this, look at this. Look at this. So it is right here. I just typed in something, but this is how them Europeans hooking it up. So my thing is, these was like ran down communities. These was ran down communities. They went in and they did their thing with them. Period, point blank. Say peace to Moorish world.
Peace.
Huh? You say peace? Say peace.
Peace.
See, my son came in, right? So it's almost time to go, family. You know what I mean? Say Islam.
Mom.
Now, what the hand you put up? What the hand you put up? Hold up now. See the family right here? They right there. They right there. Come on. Come on. It's my little man. This is what it's all about. See, this is more science in the true sense. You know what I mean? This is more science in the true sense, family. This is what it's all about. This is what it's all about right here. It's not about back and forth on YouTube, going back and forth. It's not all about that. I go back and I represent the prophet. Do you follow represent the prophet, Noble Ali?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is true more science in the true sense, family. So this is what we got to do. Woodsell say Islam. Say Islam, Woodsell.
Islam,
Woodsell.
Woodsell.
So this is what it's all about, man. You know what I mean? It's about family. It's not about who got the right lessons. It's about, can you give him the right lessons? It's not about who can quote a book. It's not about whether Jesus was this or whether Jesus was that. It's not about all that. It's about, can you get this one to teach people about God? You know what I mean? Are you going to teach people about God?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
That's right. So this is what it's all about. You know what I mean? It's about my man, my Lord man, Taj Mayor. That's what it's about. Great job. That's right. And so this is what we do it for. And for all y'all who have children, all of that back and forth, that's all right. But if you ain't building nothing for him to take over, it ain't worth nothing. You know what I mean? If you ain't building nothing for him, you ain't building nothing. This is what it's all about. You know what I mean? Let me see. I'm about to get up out of here because he walked in on me. Why you walking up? What you was doing? You was watching the show? Huh? I think the family loves you. Firestorm say you're adorable. Are you adorable?
Yes.
Are you adorable? People think you cute, don't they? You Moorish American Muslim? What's your nationality?
Moorish American.
What's your nationality? They can't hear you.
Moorish American.
My man, I gotta let the people know, man. Stop playing, man. Yeah. Stop playing, man. I mean, that's the people there, man. I mean, Richard and all that people, Firestorm, Don right now. I mean, Woods Hill, that's the family, man. We gotta say Islam. I mean, tell the people watch Moorish World TV and we up out here. Peace and Islam. Watch Moorish World TV. Give them a drop.
Watch Moorish World TV.
Smile or something. You know you on TV, you famous. Shoot, stop playing around. Islam family, we be back. That's right. That's right, Mr. Wingo. We must build our communities. And guess what? Moors will live together here in Baltimore by year's end. By year's end, we will be living together here in Baltimore. I may be turning up, so if y'all don't like the turn up show, come on Tuesday. I may be turning up because we got some things to deal with. We got some things to deal with on Tuesday, so I might turn it up a little bit. Just a little bit. Young King? That's the Firestorm. She said you Young King. Can I turn up a little bit on Tuesday? Huh?
Yes.
All right. Turn up on the non-believers?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I got him. So, hey, Mr. Wingo, you need to hit me at taharkabay@yahoo.com because I don't think we have any temples in Delaware. No functioning temples. I think what we do have we have a lot of people that go and do their thing. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I got my brother in the building. Sinetta. Say peace, Sinetta.
Peace, Sinetta.
Say peace, Sinetta.
Peace, Sinetta.
That's right. That's how we do it. What's up, Si? Hey, I'm still waiting on y'all to come to D.C. You say you coming to D.C. for the missing girls. So I need y'all to come to D.C. This is what we doing. Yeah. That's what we doing. Stacy Lachey. See, he said peace. You see what he said?
Peace.
Peace, my little man. That's Uncle Si. That's Uncle Si. So we're going to ask, can you call him Uncle Si?
Can I call you Uncle Si?
And my boy. Hey, oh, man. Hey. Yeah, hey, man, Si, my man. I'm going to tell y'all, man. I think Si get a bad rep, man, because Si get turned up, man, when people rub him the wrong way. And I say all the time, I think some Moors on 125th ran the brother the wrong way, and he had to do what he had to do. He had to do what he had to do. You know what I'm saying? He had to do what he had to do, man. Just imagine this, right? You sitting up there minding your business, and somebody walking up to you talking about, why you calling yourself black? You ain't black. Not a conversation, but just keep, why you calling yourself black? And I'm not justifying anything that the brother Sinetta did or do. It's not my thing. But I'm just saying, if I was standing on the corner selling my DVDs and somebody running up to me every second talking about, why you calling yourself Moor? I might get turned up a little bit too. I'm just saying, it is what it is. But I think that we are, man, I don't think we are all family. And no matter who I disagree with, I can always come back and fix it. I can say I'm wrong. I can say, oh, I went too far. Or I can say, man, it's all right. It's not a big deal. Let's keep it moving. I'm good with that. All of those that hold malicious feelings towards your brother, you got some work to do. It is what it is. Side needs to do a debate with you, bro. It's needed. Exactly. Side my man. But I'm just saying, all those who hold malicious feelings to their brothers and their sisters because they don't see things alike, man, you got some work to do.
And the kids.
And the children. What I tell you about a kid? Kid's a baby goat. Anyway, that's right. So you shouldn't hold no malicious feelings to no children either, should you? No, that's right. That's right. Because you're a part of this nation too. We need you too.
What he said.
What he said. So tell the family Islam, peace and love, and we out of here. Man, you got to say it loud. Why you got the plumber stay? You know, man, come on, I need this to work to make some paper tomorrow. This to fix some plumbing or something. You know what I mean? Say peace and love so we can get out of here.
Peace and love.
You got to look right there and say it. Say it.
Peace and love.
That's right. Hey, Si, you know you can't do nothing with me, Si. Nothing. Nothing, Si. Nothing. See now we going back to it, Si. There you go, Si. You bit the bait. You bit the bait. You bit the bait, Si. Don't do that. You bit the bait, Si. Now, let me get up out of here. Peace. Give him the deuces. Give him the deuces. Let's get out of here. Peace and love. I gotta do this. You gonna give him the 5? All right, give him the 5.